Hi, this is Charlotte Shimko with Charlotte on Books, a book vlog that covers everything books. Today, I'm going to focus on my Book of the Month subscription. I'm going to unbox my May Book of the Month box. I'm going to talk about the books that I received in my April box, and then I'm reading currently a couple of Book of the Month books, and I'll cover those and where I am in those books. So without further ado, let me go ahead and unbox this May box. So let's see what we have. So they all come with a bookmark. Lately, they haven't been coming wrapped, but a lot of times they do come in a plastic wrap. And what's fun about that is it comes with a cardboard bottom that tells you that this is your Book of the Month box, which I think is super fun. So let's unwrap this. I'm taking the plastic off, and let's see what I've got. So the first book that I've got is The Knockout Queen by Ruthie Thorpe. It is published by Knopf Books, and from what I understand, this is a high school, it's set in high school. Do you guys remember high school? I know I wasn't a huge fan of high school, and I think that they advertised that this book is for people that weren't a huge fan of high school. It looks like it's going to be a short book. Let's see. Yep, less than 300 pages. The reason that I picked this one out is because when I kept going on to Goodreads, it kept saying that this would be a good book for me. So we'll see how it goes. My second May book is A Good Marriage. This is by Kimberly, I'm going to say the last name wrong, Kimberly McCreight, and it is published by Harper. This is a thriller. It is a twisty thriller that packs lies, domestic drama, and dirty little secrets into a whirlwind murder mystery. Sounds like fun. Now I did do an add-on for May, and my add-on I pulled from another month. So this was available in March of this year, and it is Writers and Lovers. It is a fiction book by Lily King, and it is also a Read with Jenna book. I think this was her Read with Jenna March book. This is, I think Lily King also wrote Euphoria, and this is an intimate introspective of an aspiring writer who's tangled in love with two men. So, interesting book. My goal is going to read at least these two books before I get my box next month. Let's see how it goes. So, that's my May box. So my April box, I received Valentine and the Paris Hours. Now, I will have to admit, I did not read Valentine yet. So Valentine is a debut novel by Elizabeth Wetmore. This is a Read with Jenna pick for, I think it is, yeah, it's the Read with Jenna pick for the month of April. Now, I have not read this. It was published on May 31st by Harper. This is set in Odessa, Texas in 1976, and it follows the aftermath of a horrific act of violence. So if you're sensitive to violence, then this might not be the book for you. But I'll read it, I'll let you know. The other book that I received in the month of April was The Paris Hours. Now, I did read this and I absolutely loved it. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. It was published on May 5th by Flatiron Books. It is written by Alex George, who also wrote A Good American in 2012 and Setting Free the Kites in 2017. It is also a bit of a short book. It's 272 pages, so if you're looking for a quick read, this might be it. It has multiple points of view, and it follows a group of people over the course of a single day in 1927 in Paris. The fun thing about this book is it has people as kind of secondary characters that you'll recognize. It has Gertrude Stein and her and Alice. It has Ernest Hemingway, Josephine Baker. So super fun having those characters as secondary characters, but it follows a variety of people during a day in 1927. Lots of fun. Like I said, I give it 4 out of 5 stars. If you want more of a review, feel free to head on over to my Goodreads page and you can read a more complete review. So that brings us to what I'm currently reading. Now here's something that I find is funny. So one of the May books for Book of the Month is Sue Monk Kidd's The Book of Longings. Now, I don't know if you guys noticed, but there's something missing about this cover. There's no Book of the Month emblem. That is because I ordered this book before I realized that it was a Book of the Month. Talk about kicking myself. I did order it through a bookshop affiliate, so the proceeds of this book went to my local bookshop. But I have decided to read it along with Sue Monk Kidd, but I am behind. So her book club, if you go to bookoflongings.com, she has, I guess, homework, or she'll tell you when to read certain pages. So for the first week, you're supposed to read up to page 140. I did not, and that was last week, and I did not do that. I read to page 50. So this week, you're reading from, I think, page 141 to, I think, page 250 or something like that. So I'm a bit behind. I found out about this book when I was watching an interview between Sue Monk Kidd and Glennon Doyle. Glennon Doyle's book Untamed is also available on Book of the Month. But this book covers the, it's a not so religious reimagining of Jesus's life that tackles the question, what if Jesus had a feminist wife? Super interesting. Finally, a book that I picked up yesterday and started reading is The Giver of Stars. I'm totally gonna say her name wrong, so I don't even want to try. But it's the same author who wrote Me Before You in that series. She's written a bunch of books, super good. This is a nod to strong women who ran a traveling library in the 1930s in rural Kentucky. It is published by Viking Books. So yeah, and that's all of the books that I'm reading right now. That's what I got in my May Book of the Month, and that's what I read in April. So thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you guys soon.